Hello, everybody. Are we ready for a little intermediate flow on this rainy Friday, rainy, snowy, slushy Friday? I hope so. I hope this gets us ready for the weekend. Maybe takes a little stress and edge off, and hey, it'll help us sleep better for sure. All right, so to start, we are going to start an extended child's pose if that feels good in your body. So any other seated pose if that's not one that you love, but otherwise, I want you to come out, knees out wide, reach those hands up, drop that chest down, relax down. And just start to take a few long, deep breaths here. Since we already have ourselves down in this posture, it'll be easy for us to go ahead and set our intention for our practice right here while we're grounded into the mat. Then go ahead and send a kind thought off to someone else. Excellent. As you know, my name is Elise, and I want you all to be safe in this practice. Like you said, like I've told many people that this intermediate flow doesn't mean it's just if you are done with the basics, you can join this class, but it's also kind of built so you know your body, you know your limitations. So if there's something that we're doing that looks like it's too deep of a stretch, or it's something that will take a little bit too much strength, feel free to change, modify, sit it out. You can always message me after class and go, hey, I wasn't able to do that. What would be a modification? I'm absolutely there for you to ask questions in that capacity. So take a couple more deep breaths, really fill in the lungs, hold that breath in at the top. And then pull in the belly and exhale. Same thing, big breath in, fill the lungs, fill the belly. Pull the navel in and exhale. Beautiful, come back to just a natural breath. And just kind of arrive at your mat and see what you're feeling today. How is your level of energy, or how is your mindset? Are you feeling excited? Are you feeling sluggish? There's no wrong answer. Just kind of take an assessment, see where you're at today. Again, taking a couple more big deep breaths in. Fill the belly and exhale. Again, breath in and exhale. All right, I want you, since your hands are reaching out in front of you, I want you to spread your fingers, but then I want you to lift them up onto the fingertips. Notice how there's a little difference in the stretch. You can peek up at me if you're not kind of understanding what I mean, but just kind of up on those little tented fingers. And then I want you to pretend like you are in down dog. So that means spread those shoulders apart, maybe rotate those forearms kind of inward a little bit. And so we're spreading those shoulder blades away. Notice how that feels, maybe a little different stretch, right? And you can go ahead and place the forehead down onto the ground. Enjoy a couple more stretching, breaths through the back here. Just big breath in, big breath out. All right, release those hands down to the mat. Hopefully that felt good to you. And we're gonna come back up. We're gonna come up to a little tabletop action. So, just to start with, of course, we're just gonna find a little intuitive motion. I'm trying to turn to the side a little bit. So go ahead, start to rock into that cat. Let the belly come down into cow. Finding that gentle movement. And of course, if there is something that you like better than cat-cow, if you've like done 10 million cat-cows this week, feel free to change it up, going side to side. Finding what works best for you. All right, we're gonna come back into our center. We're going to round that back again. Find that lovely cat pose. Come back like you're coming back towards child's pose. Bring it forward. Let the belly sag, look up, and bring it back. Excellent, bring it forward. All right, we're gonna round the back, bring it back. And then we're gonna scoop forward. We're gonna scoop it forward. Come up, you can even come extend a little bit further maybe. Oh, almost like we're into an up dog. Don't go gentle. Bring it back like a downward, or like a child's pose. Then bring it forward, scoop it up. And I just noticed like my knees are parallel, but you can bring them out like into more of a wide child's pose. Scoop it up. If that feels okay on the knees. Bring it back. And bring it forward. One more time, bring it back. And bring it forward. Beautiful. Come back to that tabletop. We're gonna bring the knees in this time. So if you had them out, bring them in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sweep the hands behind us. Then you can tap the fingers or plant the palms, whichever feels good. Lift up the hips for a little bit of a stretch. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Yeah, hopefully it does. If it doesn't, just come back here to seated posture. Otherwise, lift those hips up. Guess what? Bring it forward, scoop through, that little up dog, and then bring it back, almost like a child's pose. Sweep those arms back, lift the hips up. Nice little flow on the ground. Sweep it forward like child's pose. Bring it back, scoop it through. Kind of like an up dog. Come back to child's pose. Sweep those hands behind you, lift the hips. Bring it back, child's pose. Scoop it through. Up dog. Last one, I know I could do this all night. But bring it back. Sweep the hands back, reach up. Then I want you just to bring the hips down. And I want you to kind of get stable, readjust if you need to, like we're sitting here. We're gonna do it on one side. So I'm just gonna take my left hand back, reach up and back and over. It should feel pretty good. Hopefully if anything doesn't feel right, bring those hips back down to a seated position. Bring it down, sweep it across, other side. Beautiful. Sweep it down and across and around. Nice. Bring it down, across, last one. Beautiful. Bring it back towards our center. We're gonna work on a little bit of wrist stretches tonight. We're gonna be doing a fun pose, funky pincha. So you guys, some of you know this word, and we have done it before. You might not remember it. But as soon as we get into the position for it, I know you're gonna be like, oh, that one. So let's work on those wrists, and we're actually gonna work on the toes as well. So if you like, you can go ahead, reach behind, spread those toes out onto the mat. If you guys have done the what I call the icky toe stretch. Yes, that's where we're at, icky toe stretch. You can press back. It might feel awkward if you've never done this before, but it should. It's stretching through those tendons of the feet. Make sure it feels okay. All right, plant those hands down, and I want you to lift up just so the fingers stay on the mat. Just stretching through the fingers. Bring it down, gentle, lift it up. If it's too much to do both, do one at a time. Same thing when we go and change these other stretches, because you have that pressure, so you can go from one to the other, but otherwise just bring it up and lower. All right, bring it down. All right, we're gonna flip this palm so the back of the palm comes down onto the mat. Be gentle. Go gentle. Press it down. No pain, no pain. We don't want this to hurt at all. Just a gentle stretch. Flip that palm again. Go to the other side. Nice and easy. Make sure it feels okay. Bring it back. All right, be very, very mindful. We're gonna turn our wrists inward and we're gonna straighten the arms just a little bit, rock it side to side. Little stretches here. Now, back to facing forward. This one, be very, 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 very mindful. I almost was gonna skip this, but I know I like it and I don't wanna limit you if this feels okay in your body. Fingertips come back towards you. And if they need to be out to the side, that's totally okay, but see if we can just come here, super gentle, make sure it feels okay. This is one of the harder things we're doing tonight, I swear. This is why we need to be very mindful of our bodies. All right, release that back towards our center. We're gonna tuck the toes under. Hopefully, maybe you have them under already. If you're getting a little too much, go ahead and untuck them. Maybe give them a little point and flex. But otherwise, tuck those toes under, coming to our first downward dog. Now, lift up to the hips. Settle those heels down, nice and still and steady, and ease into this posture. So if you need to bend the knees a little bit, go ahead and do so. But otherwise, kind of just be nice and still. Press the palms into the floor, press the feet into the floor. Just like we did with that child's pose, rotate those upper arms out, the inner arm, the forearms in, spread those shoulder blades away from one another. Long spine, so reach the crown of your head towards your hands. Pull up the belly and the lower ribs towards the ceiling. And don't forget to breathe. On top of it all, don't forget to breathe. All right, look forward towards your hands. Slowly start to walk up. Give yourself a little knee bend. Roll on up. We're gonna do a nice, slow, stretchy salutation. So, all right, you ready? Palms come forward, roll those shoulders back. Let's do it again. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls while we're here. So guess what? We didn't do it today. You're like, whoa, she started without shoulder rolls. And then come forward. I was just waiting. I was waiting for the perfect opportunity. All right, bring those hands up overhead. I want you to interlace the fingers and bring the palms up towards the ceiling. Pull the lower ribs and the belly in. So if we're lifting up, we don't want that today, right now. We want it right here. Long spine. Beautiful. Let's come over towards the left. Just a nice little side stretch. Press down into both heels, especially that right one. Bring it back towards our center. Lift up. Belly and lower ribs are in. Other side. Press down with both heels. Especially the left one, right? Beautiful. Bring it back into our center. And we're going to find a forward fold nice and slow. Flat back. You can bring the hands out in front or out to the side. Whatever works best for you. All right. When you get down here, I want you to shift your weight side to side. Let the head hang heavy. We're going to go nice and slow. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Whatever works for you. All right, settle those heels down. We're gonna shift the weight over to the left. Right foot cranes up, slides way back, and floats down to the ground. We're gonna lift up the head and chest and lower that back knee down. We're gonna get you a nice little lunge here. Excellent. Plant those hands down, tuck the toes under, find downward dog. See if there's a little more ease in this downward dog on the second time, right? All right, come forward. We're gonna do that 8 angle pose. So knees, chin and chest down towards the mat. Hover a little bit. Those elbows are in, nice and strong. And release down. Oh, yes. All right. Peel the shoulders back. The chest comes off the mat. And bring it back down. Finding down dog. So tuck the toes, push up and up, or tabletop and up, whatever works best for you. Back to downward dog. All right, right foot comes forward. Going back into Anjaneyasana. So knee comes down. And then I want you to play a little bit. You can come up even and find a little movement here. Maybe coming back up and forward and back, if you like. See how that feels? Or stay up here and we can tick-tock one side or the other. Bring it, you're gonna have a little balance challenge, but it's also gonna give you a nice little hip stretch. Go one more time on each side. Beautiful, both hands down. Tuck the toes on that back foot. Step forward. Yes, nice and easy. We're gonna sweep up all the way up to standing. Nice little back bend. Hands together, up, squeeze the glutes, protect that lower back. Beautiful, bring it down to heart center. Close the eyes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring those hands down at your side. All right, other side. Inhale, bring those hands up overhead. Exhale, find your way down to a forward fold. Release the head down. If you want to rock side to side again, or maybe just pedal one side and the other with the knees, drop it down. Again, a little different stretch with the hips when we do that. Dropping one hip and then the other. Move my hands a little bit so you can see these. Drop one hip, drop the other. All right, moving to that other side. So plant those hands down, soften the knees if you need to. Left foot, cranes up, bring it up, slide it back, float it down to the mat. Drop that knee down, look up. That lovely Anjaneyasana. Oh, yes, feeling good today. All right, plant those hands down, tuck the toes under, find that downward dog. Big breath in, pull those ribs up, dome the back a little bit, long length in the spine. All right, coming forward, 8 points. You got 1, 2 with the hands, 3, 4 with the feet, 5, 6 with the knees, 7, 8 with the chin and chest. Pull it in, and release, and relax down. Inhale, peel that chest off. Big inhale, yes. And exhale, bring it back down. Finding down dog, push up and up, or tabletop back to that downward dog. Left side again is gonna come forward between the hands. So left foot comes forward. Yay, here we go. Here's that nice little pose we did before. So feel free, come forward and back maybe a couple times, see how that feels. Beautiful, stay right here, going forward and back, or come up, hands come up, and we tick-tock from one side to the other. Reach it over, take your time, enjoy that stretch. Oh, yes, this feels so good. Great. Excellent, back towards our center. Tuck those toes under, find a downward dog. Bring the knees down, child's pose. Take a few breaths here, check in, see how you are feeling. Prepare yourself, we are gonna go into our first pincha, funky pincha. So just stay there, take a couple breaths to prepare yourself. Don't worry, it's a fun pose. All right, come on back to tabletop, all fours. So here's where we're gonna go. I'll do it so you can see this side open. So my left forearm, I'm gonna bring down to the mat. My right hand, I'm gonna bring it back so my fingertips are in a line with my elbow. And you're gonna kind of squeeze in towards the core. It's like doing crow pose, but don't worry, we're not actually going to lift up tonight unless this pose is in your practice, right? All right, from here, the same knee and the elbow stay down. This side where your elbow is up, I want you to bring that leg up behind you. Notice that difference in feel. It feels almost like we're flying already, right? And then what I want you to do is bring your knee towards that elbow. A little crunch here. This is where we're at. Yes. Bring it back again. Reach it way out. Rest on with those hands. Remember those tented fingers when we were in that child's pose? Kind of have that lift up through the bottom of the palm. And then bring that knee back in. See if you can get a little higher. Maybe a little up towards the armpit. Maybe halfway. I think I'm about halfway. Bring it back up, nice and long. Beautiful, and bring that knee down. Whew. You can feel how your hands are working. I know mine are. So tabletop, if you need a little wrist, kind of rotation, go ahead and do so. We're gonna move to the other side. I'll turn to the other direction for you. All right, so we're in that tabletop, right? This time, other side comes down. Hands come back, fingertips in alignment with that elbow. Ready? Okay. So the palm that is down, that is the leg that goes back and reaches up. Nice little pose here. Look down at your mat if you can. Find your balance here. Hold those shoulders like you're bringing them in towards one another. Bring that knee to the elbow. See how that feels? Connect with it. And reach it way back. Extend. A little balance too. Woohoo, I'm wobbly on this side. Bring that knee right above that elbow. Bring it in, look down, squeeze it in like you're gonna lift off. Excellent, bring it back out and bring it back down. Oh, yes, all right. So I'm gonna turn to the other side again here. All right, come into downward dog. Beautiful. All right, your right leg is gonna come up nice and high towards the sky, and then you're gonna bring it forward between the hands. All right, left hand is planted, right hand reaches up, nice dragonfly twist. Yes, or you can reach way back if that feels good. We're gonna do that little flow. So bring that hand forward, bring it so you're like reaching in between your hand and your foot, and you're reaching back towards your knee. Reach it up and out and over, open up. And bring it down and in, reach back for that knee. Reach it up and out. Good stretch. And bring it down, reach back for that knee. And then bring it back, palm down, bring that foot back towards our downward dog. Settle it in. Pull those heels down towards the floor, belly and chest are in, broad back. Rotate your knees slightly in and lift up through the tailbone, lengthen through the spine. Couple breaths here. Excellent, other side. So we can bring that foot in, or the right foot in a little bit. Left foot comes up towards the sky. Bring it forward between the hands. Yes, plant that right hand down. The left hand reaches up in that nice twist. You can open it up, you can reach behind you a little bit. All right, here we go. Bring it down, reach it back and under. Bring it back up, out, and bring it up and under. Nice. Bring it forward, reach back, and bring it down and under. Last one. Reach it out, and bring it back under. Nice. Plant those hands down, bring it back to downward dog. Bring your knees down to the mat. Feet together. We're gonna come to a kneeling position on our knees. So if that doesn't feel good, you can stay right here or find another seated position. Otherwise, we're coming to thunderbolt. So bring those hips back. Belly and bottom ribs stay down, but the shoulders come up. Bring those hands together. Interlace the fingers except for the pointer finger here. Nice and long. This is to find our strength. That'll clue you. We're gonna get a little more onto that pinch up. So find your strength, close your eyes, use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. All right, bring those hands down in front of you. Come back out, tabletop. We're gonna come all the way down to the floor. Come on down. Pull those shoulder blades back. We're gonna do a couple different cobra push-ups here. Actually, to start with, let's lift our left leg up, pull it behind you to make your leg longer, drop it down. Other side, lift, pull it back, drop it down. Press the top of your feet down and in, pull the belly in. You already feel a little lift through the body, right? Go ahead, feel it up as deeply as you wish, whatever feels good. We've already done a little bit, then. But keep it soft in the elbows if you wish. And slowly bring it down. 2 more, use your breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. 1 more. And bring it down. Oh, excellent. This time, tuck the toes under. We're gonna go back into Thunderbolt. So we're gonna be with our toes down. So if you know it's not gonna feel good on your toes, keep those feet down, the top of the feet down onto the floor. Otherwise, push up into tabletop. Bring the hips back, reach up, hands, interlace, point your fingers up. Yep, it's a deep toe stretch. Don't worry, we won't stay here too long. Find that strength in the breath. Bring those hands down at heart center. And the breath in. Excellent, come down to that tabletop, all fours. Beautiful, take a little rotation here, a little walking side to side, whatever feels good to you. All right, are we ready for more pincha? We are, I know we are. I'm looking at my notes because I do have like a little sequence. I want to make sure that I get it right. I'm actually going to move it so I know that I don't miss one of my things because it's pretty fun. All right, so we're going to tuck the toes under and find downward dog. All right, you knew how we did pincha, right? With the forearm down, that's where we're going. So you probably don't need to look at me. We're going from downward dog, knees stay off the floor. So drop your left forearm down to the floor. Slide those fingers back in alignment with that elbow. Pull it in. Raise that right leg up towards the sky. Bring that knee in. Yeah, and come forward just a little bit. Push, push, push. It's what the full pose is floating that back leg off the floor. I can't do it, but feel free if you want to get there. Go ahead. Bring that knee back up into the sky. Yes, lower the left knee. Yeah, not the one that is up in the air. We're gonna lower that knee to the floor. Push up with the hands so we're nice and straight here. All right, so here's the hard part. Lift that back leg up, and then we're gonna bring it forward through. I told you there was a lot. All right, so we're in this nice lunge, right? Sweep those hands up. Beautiful. Oh, all right, ready for warrior three? Bring it forward, find warrior three. Nice and strong. Lift, squeeze through that back leg. Beautiful. We got this, we got this. Excellent. Bring those hands down, half split. Drop that left leg down. Slide that front foot back into downward dog. And let's go right to the other side. Take a couple breaths here, but now you know where we're going. All right. Right forearm goes to the floor. Left fingertips slide back. All right, you ready? Left leg sweeps up high to the sky. Connect that knee to that forearm and hold here. See if you can press forward a little bit, almost like you lift up that back leg. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes, we got this. All right, so you know where we're going. We're gonna lift that back leg there, that left leg up, drop that knee down, and then we're gonna lift up. Here we are, right? So now this back leg is gonna come forward to a low lunge. So we can lift up, bring that forward, that foot forward, nice low lunge, kind of readjust to get there. I know, because it was weird because your hands were in different positions. It's okay, readjust. All right, sweep those fingers back, sweep up. Yes. Warrior three, so bring it forward, nice and strong. Squeeze the glutes, lift that back leg, keep those hips kind of square. Bring those hands down, nice little split. Drop that foot back down, slide that front foot back. Beautiful. All right, we are not done. Let's take just a tiny rest. So bring the knees down, toes down, find that child's pose. So we're gonna do the sequence again. The only difference is that little part where we dropped the knee and straightened the arms, we're gonna see if we can do it without dropping the knee all the way to the floor. You can do it. I know you can do it because I can do it. So I know all of you can do this. All right, big breath in. Find your strength. Beautiful. Come forward into tabletop. Yes, tuck the toes under. Finding that downward dog. We'll start with the left side. So left forearm comes down to the ground. Right fingertips come back. Pull those shoulder blades and pull everything into the center. All right, right foot sweeps up towards the sky. Bring that knee in towards that elbow. So see if you can keep that knee connected here. This is the harder part. Just soften the knee and then try to straighten the arms. Ooh, right there. So keep it connected. Did you keep it connected? All right, extend that leg back out behind you. Bring it forward. Nice slow lunge. It's a little easier because you're up, right? Sweep up, low or high lunge. Bring it up. Right. Bring it forward. Kick into that warrior three. Ooh. Yes. Hands come down. Half split. Drop that back foot down. Slide that front foot back. Downward dog. Good job. Got it on the other side. Pedal it out if you want. Pedal it out a little. That's totally okay. All right, here we go. Right forearm goes to the floor. Left fingertips come back. Right even with that elbow. Left legs comes up nice and high. We connect that knee to the elbow and it's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there. It's gonna stick. Soften through that back knee and then lift. Whoop. Took me a little second to lift up. That's where we are. Great job. All right. Kick that leg, that left leg behind you. Sweep it through. Sneak it through if you have to move the hands a little bit. Find that low lunge. Readjust. Woo. Yes. I'm sweating. I hope you guys are a little bit too. Here we go. Sweep it up. High lunge. We know where we're going, right? Warrior three. Bring it forward. Warrior three. A little shaky today. Sweep those fingers down. Half split. Drop that toe down. Back to our downward dog. Knees down. Child's pose. How fun are we having? How much fun are we having? We're having a lot of fun. So take a few breaths, head down. Relax. Think about what you've accomplished here. We may have more to do, right? We're kind of on the downward end of this, but we do have a little fun, more work to do. We're gonna do a little Skandasana. If you know that one, you'll learn it while we're doing it probably tonight, right? If you don't know it. All right, let's come forward. It's tabletop, all fours. Tuck those toes under, find that downward dog. Look forward towards the hands, walk or hop those feet up, sweep up, two, standing. Bring those hands at heart center. Let's do an Ashtanga Vinyasa. So that is the one where we go from, we do the Chaturanga. Ready? Do the Chaturanga. Sounds like you're gonna dance, I like it. Bring those hands down, roll those shoulders back, open up the chest, open the heart, belly is in, lower ribs down, long spine. Here we go, inhale, sweep the hands up, look up if you can. If you want to do a little mini back bend, go ahead. Squeeze the glutes, mini back bend. And forward fold. So you can keep those legs fairly straight. Bring it down. Woo. Halfway lift. So sweep it up. Nice flat back. Fingers graze those shins. And bring it back down. Rotate the knees in slightly when you're in that forward fold. Go ahead and step or jump back into high plank. Bring the knees down if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to come down, finding cobra or up dog. If you're going to go down all the way, go ahead and meet the mat. Otherwise, halfway, and then lift the head and chest, flip the feet, up dog. Beautiful. And find that down. Pedal it out if you need a little pedaling action, a little brain action, left and right today. All right, look forward towards the hands. Walk or hop forward, beautiful. Halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Beautiful. Hands at heart center. All right. I'm gonna start where I'm turning away from you because then when I do the Skandasana, I think I'll be forward to you. I didn't think about the camera when I did this flow, so palms forward, rotate those shoulders back, nice and strong. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands at heart center. We're going to step back. I'm going to step back with my left foot into warrior two. So left foot comes back, nice warrior two. Beautiful. There's nothing crazy going on here. Level the hips out if that feels good to you. Nice and strong. Belly is in. Yes. And here we go. Elbow to that front knee. Reach it over. Nice side angle stretch. Beautiful. I just realized I gotta switch. I'm gonna go over here. All right, so bring that hand like you're sweeping it down towards the floor and you're gonna graze it all the way back to the back foot. This is Skandasana. So this is where we come down, foot is up, nice and strong here. We can actually, I noticed my toe was kind of rotating in. I want it up. Take a couple breaths here, nice stretch, right? Okay, plant the hands, and we're gonna come up into the center. Bring the toes forward, so we're in this nice little forward fold. Bring the head down, let it release and relax. If you can get close to the floor, if you wanna spread those feet out nice and wide and get that crown of the head close to the floor or on the floor, go ahead and do so. Beautiful. Soften through the knees. Come on up. Come in a little bit if you need to. We're finding warrior two on the other side. Reach it out. Beautiful. All right, elbow to that front knee. Reach over, nice and strong. Find a couple breaths here. And here we go. We sweep that fingers down, sweep it all the way to the back. I realize I'm going to the same side, so I gotta switch because I switched for you guys just so I could see. All right, so if you're in that same position, just switch it to the other side. Nice, hands at heart center. Beautiful, couple breaths here. Beautiful, bring those palms down. Bring it back, so we're gonna walk those hands to the center, toes come forward, find that nice forward fold. So actually, you know what I'd like you to do? We're gonna talk this through a little bit more. So we're in this forward fold. Walk those hands out a little bit, lengthen through the spine, rotate the knees in, and so you'll feel a little lift through the hips. So rotate the knees in, lift the hips, then start to drop that chest down and come down into that forward fold. Again, if you're really close and you want to come down on the forehead, feel free to do so. If you're there, feel free to kick up into a headstand. Yeah, I know. That's probably more of advanced practice. But hey, if any of you have that in your practice, go ahead and do so. Hope you enjoyed my humor tonight. All right, soften through the knees. Let's start to roll on up. Roll it on up, roll on up, roll on up. Oh, yes. Roll those shoulders back, nice and easy. Step to the front of the mat. Palms forward. Bring those shoulders back, close the eyes. Bring your thoughts back to what your intention was for your practice tonight. Hopefully you made those goals. Inhale, sweep those arms up overhead. Little back bend if you like. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring it down. Shift the weight to the left. Right foot steps back. Nice and deep. Anjanasana. So just look up. And then slide that front foot back. Downward dog. Couple breaths here. All right, 8 points. Knees, chin, chest to the floor. And come on down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Up dog will be off the floor. I'm doing cobra here. Bring it back down. Right, tuck those toes under. Find your way to downward dog. Beautiful. Right leg comes nice and high into the sky, bringing it forward between those hands. Step that left foot forward. Beautiful. Drop the hips down. Sweep up into chair. Utkatasana, mighty pose. Look up through your fingertips. Think how strong you've been throughout this practice today. Be grateful that your body is able to do all these things. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Bring your hands at heart center. Close the eyes, breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Inhale, sweep those hands up overhead. Look up towards the hands, beautiful. Exhale, we can forward fold, bring it down. Halfway lift, extend through the back nice and long. Bring it down, plant the hands down. Left foot steps back. Drop that knee down, look up. Anjanasana. Slide that front foot back, downward dog. Connect with that breath. All right, knees, chin, chest, come down towards the floor, nice and strong. And we release, melt down into that mat. Press the top of the feet down, peel the chest off the mat. And bring it back down. Tuck the toes under, find your downward dog. Look forward towards the hands. Left foot comes up forward. Look up a little. Right foot comes forward. Drop the hips down. Sweep up with Katasana, mighty pose. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Nice and strong. Release those shoulders down. I noticed I was holding a little tension. Release the shoulders down. Belly is in. Strong, strong, strong through the lower body. The upper body feels light and lifted. Excellent. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, hands down. Bring that heart center. Close the eyes. Reconnect with that breath. Drop those elbows down. Tuck them in. Pull the belly in. Nice and tall. Some more breaths. Excellent. Inhale, bring those hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Step it back into downward dog. Couple breaths here, strong, strong. Excellent. Bring those knees down to the floor. We're going to come down to seated. Just have a little bit of stretch left, and then we will conclude with our lovely Shavasana. So tonight, let's come down to seated on the ground. And I don't know, I was really craving today to do the 90-90 stretch, so hopefully that will feel good to you in your body. So this is the one where we have one leg in front of you. We sweep one back, so it's a 90 in front. We'll turn to the side. 90 in front, 90 in back. Make sure it feels okay. If it doesn't, you pull it in. You can pull it in, whatever. Kind of get it to feeling good here first. You can press through the palms or through the fingertips, lifting up through the spine. And we're gonna do a forward fold over this lovely front leg. So when you're ready, you can come forward. You can come down onto the forearms if that feels good. You can come down one palm down onto the other. So it's like a kind of open pigeon, if that makes sense. Slowly start to come up. We're gonna keep the legs right here how they are. The leg that's in front, the left side. I'm gonna bring that forearm down to the mat. Reach over with that right hand, little side stretch. You can drop that, if it's like too much to hold that arm up there, it's okay. You can drop it down like you're framing your face. And we'll bring it back up. And the cool part is to move to the other side. If you've got the room, you just bring your knees up and twist them back over. You just keep going, but I'm gonna turn so I can see y'all. All right, so you know where we're going. Be slow and mindful. This side's different, right? And if you wanna go into regular pigeon, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, start to slowly walk those hands out. Bring that chest over that front leg and just drop down, sink down. Couple more breaths here. Slowly start to come up. Forearm to that right side. Reach that arm over. And you can frame the face, just let it drop down. That felt good to you. And then we'll sweep it forward and bring it back. Now, we're gonna do that a similar flow to like what we did in the beginning, where we were coming forward and then back and lifting up. If that doesn't appeal to you, you can find just like a posture. You can be in child's pose, just a yin pose to hold it for a few more minutes. You can just come down if you've had enough yoga. You come right down to that child's pose and just breathe. If you really kind of enjoyed that little flowing posture, we're going to add a twist. Literally, we're adding a twist to it. So we can have our knees and feet together. So we come forward, tabletop. Remember, we're going to drop the hips, look up here. Come back, sweep behind, lift the hips up here. Let's do it again. Come forward, sweep forward. You can scoop through if you like. Bring it back. All right, here's our twist. We're gonna find our twist. So come forward, you can scoop it through if you like. Find it kind of more like a tabletop. Reach the right hand up. Bring it down into thread the needle. Reach that front hand forward. Do you remember what we did with that child's pose? See if it feels good in your body to tent those fingers up. Drop that palm down, slide it back in front of your face, unwind, pull it up. If you like to reach up all the way, feel free to do so, bring it back down. All right, here we go. Let's bring those hips back towards the heels. Scoop it through, come up. And drop the hips if that feels good. Bring it back. Sweep the hands back, lift those hips up. Bring it down, sweep it forward, almost like that child's pose, scoop it up. And bring it back, seated, sweep back, lift the hips. Bring it down, hands forward, sweep to just a tabletop. And we're gonna go with the other side. So left hand comes up, sweep it under. Reach that right hand out, tent those fingers if that feels good to you. Drop that palm down, slide it back in front of your face. Unwind, reach up. Bring the hands down to tabletop. Come down to a seated pose. We are moving down to our Shavasana. So if you need any blankets, bolsters, anything that you might need, grab them now. Nice feet come up nice and wide. Reach behind, roll down. You want to set through the spine. Go ahead. One last time. Gently lift the hips. It doesn't have to be all the way. Just gently lift the hips. Roll the spine down. Bring the knees in towards the chest. Give them a little last hug. You can bring the forehead towards the knees. Squeeze it in. Tight, tight, tight. Squeeze the eyes, the jaw. Honor yourself and honor others. Take that full body stretch. Reach back behind you. Big breath in. And exhale, release. Take up space on the mat. So spread those feet apart. Arms away from the body. Take a big breath in. And sink down and release. best to you and your body tonight. Bring your thoughts to your body and see where you're at now compared to the beginning of our practice. Hopefully feeling a little warm and relaxed. Slowly and mindfully, we'll come all the way up to a seated position. I welcome you all to bring your hands at heart center. Press those thumbs just gently into the breastbone. Lift up through the chin. Nice big breath in. Long exhale out. Thank each and every one of you for joining me in this practice tonight, for kind of finding some new challenges and new places to go on our mat. The light and teacher in me honors the light and teacher in each one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or feedback, feel free, you know how to get a hold of me, I'm sure. Have a great weekend. Take care.
Thanks, Elise.